Hey there, everybody. Matt Travis coming to you at the Potential You. It is so great to be here tonight. So the last live that I did, I got into talking about, what are the main pieces of sustainable weight release? And we talked about how it is imperative to have these main components in place. So there has to be a physical component, there has to be a mental component, and an emotional component. And if we aren't addressing all of these, it makes it very hard to sustain. So most people focus on the physical component of things. And that's what I thought I would kind of get out of the way first, because that is where people look to first, usually when they're like, oh, I want to release weight and get healthy and feel better in my life. They're like, I'm going to join a gym or I'm going to do a diet. That's usually where people go with this. So what I thought I'd do is show you first, what are the five physical components of weight release? What are these five things that need to be looked at or addressed as you move into this to really help yourself? So here are the physical components that lead to sustainable weight release. So the first one is your current state. So your health, right? So what are you dealing with for you? So everybody comes a little bit different, right? Like you might have some chronic health issues, right? You might have some food sensitivities. You might have some sleeping issues. You might have whatever, you name it. It's what you're showing up with, what you're dealing with at that moment in time. And then the second component is the recovery component. And a lot of people will do the exercise and the eating first, but I will tell you time and time again, if your sleep and recovery and stress reduction isn't in place, it's going to be very hard because your body is going to have such a high level of cortisol, which is your stress hormone. Hey, which is a high level of your stress hormone. And it's just going to continue to increase your inflammation in your body, and it's going to make it very hard for your body. Your body's going to be like, hold the weight, right? Hold it. It's just what's keeping us safe, right? And it may also lead to other insulin issues and things like that. So sleep and stress reduction are massively important. Massively important. The next one is eating, right? So I like to keep it real simple for people, right? There's something that all diets and everything agree on, and that's eat real food, more real food. So we can think of it in an 80-20 perspective. So eating 80% real food and 20% whatever you want. Now, that works as long as you aren't having any sensitivities to certain foods. So if you have sensitivities to foods and it's increasing your inflammation even more, and it's causing a chronic inflammation problem, then that's going to be an issue even if you do 80-20. But for most people, I'll say that a lot of people I come across, if they just start eating 80% real food and they're getting all of the vitamins, nutrients, and minerals, and they are vitamin efficient in their body's going to do what it needs to do, and it's awesome. Okay, so that's a key piece to the eating. Then the movement and exercise. And this is usually where people start. Movement and exercise, I will tell you, when it comes to weight release, it is not the thing it's not the main tool we use. I ran a gym for 6 years, and I thought that was the tool, and it's just not, folks. It's mostly the eating and the recovery and the mind. So we'll get into the mental and emotional piece of that in the next couple of videos here. But the movement and exercise piece, I feel like that is a main component to really help your mental and physical well-being. I think it has such a powerful effect on your mind, and we could go into all the science around what it does and how it does it. But bottom line, when you exercise, you're less stressed, you're just happier. It's just a beautiful thing. And the other cool thing is it really does an amazing job at helping your body detoxify itself. So it moves its lymphatic system. So it moves the lymph throughout your body. And then there's so many other cardiovascular health benefits and just so many different benefits from exercise. And you can never you can never out exercise your eating or your recovery. Like you can't do it. It just won't work. And that leads me to the fifth component, which is your environment. So we think about what in your environment might be creating resistance. So is it food that's in your environment that's creating resistance? Are there things in your kitchen that are continually sabotaging you night after night, day after day? Are there things in your environment? Are there people that just completely drain your energy? Are there toxic people in your environment? Are there things that you listen to, watch, read that just make you feel bad, right? And are there things in your environment that prevent you from maybe not doing any movement or exercise or not sleeping well and make your current state worse? So it's also examining your environment, your physical environment, to see what might be causing some of this resistance that makes the mental and emotional part even harder. So these are the 5 areas that really kind of throw a wrench in things and make it difficult if they're not addressed. And if you are like wondering, well, how do I break through this? What do I do? Right. So it's just starting to just pick one of them and start going through one at a time. Figure out which one you need to address first. If you try to address all of these at once, it will be horrendous and it won't work, and you'll end up getting more frustrated. So pick one. Like I said, a lot of people, if they just really start looking at the recovery and they're eating first, it can have a massive effect on helping them sustainably release weight and just get healthier in a beautiful way. Now, we will get into the mental and emotional components because a lot of your minds right now are like, well, I can't sleep. I can't go to sleep. It doesn't work for me, blah, 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 blah. Like, we'll get into the mental and emotional pieces of this, but this is just the facts around, health transformations and sustainable weight release. I do have a quiz that can help you understand more of the mental and emotional and physical components of weight release and achieving your overall health goals and what's really stopping you. So if you want some access to that, definitely comment below and you can take that and go through that. And I would be glad to help you in any way, shape, or form this year to really get your health in alignment with what you want and finally get it the way that you want it to be. So that's what the quiz is all about, and it will lead to Facebook groups and free calls with me and all that good stuff. So I'm here to help folks, and yeah, have an awesome rest of your day. If you're catching this on replay, give it a hashtag replay. If you're catching it live, say what's up, and I will see you in the next video. We'll be getting into the mental component of all of this. Have a good day.